Everyone, welcome to another special roundtable with BTB. This time, we will be talking about our most anticipated books for 2024. So, with me, as always, are Stu, Chris, and Kashif. And this time, Stu, why don't you kick us off? What are you looking forward to the most in 2024?
All right, I got three barn burners, I think. The first up is Shadowheart by Meg Gardner. The book was originally going to come out this year and got bumped to next year. It's in her Unsub series, which is one of my favorite series out there, and it's probably the scariest three books I've ever read. So I'm excited for the fourth. After that is Broiler by Eli Craner. I've really enjoyed all of his books. They're all standalones. This one, I actually had to go look up the synopsis because the way I described it originally was that it's based around a chicken processing plant, and I was like, "There's no way that's all it can be." But it kind of is. It's about a white family and a Mexican American family. Who are converge in the ruthless underworld of an Arkansas chicken processing plant. So I don't know. It sounds great. I'll read that in a heartbeat. So and I love everything he's written so far. And last but not least, The Year of the Locust by Terry Hayes. A decade later, and we'll have kind of a follow-up to I Am Pilgrim. So I'm setting aside the next 17 years to read that because it's a massive piece of literature. I'm just kidding, but I am looking forward to reading that. And anyways, Terry Hayes is a fantastic writer as well.
Yeah, those are good picks, and it is a commitment
Great picks.
for Terry Hayes. I haven't opened it yet; it's a little intimidating, but I'm sure once we open it, it will fly by, right?
Hmm.
If I Am Pilgrim is any indication. And Stu, I wasn't aware there was a seedy underbelly of the chicken processing world. So you got me there. I think that sounds fascinating. We got
Now
to
you
dive
know.
into that one. Yeah, good picks. All
Oh,
right.
if I have to pick my top, I should say it'd be Shadowheart by Meg Gardner.
All right.
I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with the unsub series. It's fantastic. All right, cool. All right, K Money. What are your top three?
So well, I'm always a sucker for assassin books. So there's one coming next year called Assassin 18 by John Brownlow. It's a follow-up to 17. That was the first book in the series. It's like about assassins. It's written in the first person perspective. It's always fun, and then how the prey, like the hunter goes from hunter to hunted in a blink of an eye. So I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table. I love the first one, 17, so hopefully 18 is going to be even better. Then I have this very peculiar book, Argyle, is coming by L. Conway. Funny thing is, no one knows who L. Conway is. No one even knows if the book's real, but it's tying into a movie that's coming, Argyle, next year as well, starring Henry Cavill. But I've heard the book is real. There is a release date for it, so I'm really curious as to what they're planning to do there. It's a spy book, so I'm sure it's gonna be good. And for my top one, well, it's the Bang Bang Sisters by Rio Uris. Sorry if I butchered that name, but I haven't even really gone. I saw the cover and they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I'm sure it's gonna do that because his previous book, No Second Chances, that was a knockout hit, and he kept us waiting so long. But I'm pretty sure the Bang Bang Sister is gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be my favorite, so high expectations, but I think he'll do it.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a solid choice. I know we all
Okay.
love No Second Chances. So
Yeah.
let's see what he's got up his sleeve next. I appreciate. I mean, we always joke about how Kasha finds books that no one else could possibly find and read so much. He found a book that might not actually be a book that he's anticipating for next year. That's next level, buddy. I don't know how you keep doing it, but
That's
yeah, let's see how that plays out. So you have to report back on us if it to us if it actually becomes a book.
he's
Sure.
he's got an in with, as you said, the seedy underbelly of books. He knows where to go on the dark web to get books that aren't really real.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, well, that's why he got the master's in AI, right? So he can mess around out there. Awesome. All right, Seafoam, what do you got for us?
All right, so first off, there's one coming out in February that I'm really excited about. It's called Chicago '63. Terrence McCauley. some of these new guys called Silverback Publishing. So I'm really excited about that one. Great story. But back to my list. I really am excited about T.R. Hendricks next, The Infiltrator, to follow up on The Instructor, right? The Instructor was phenomenal. Like I said, overwhelming violence, action, attention to detail, nonstop. Really excited to see where this one goes. So hoping to get an early look at that, Mr. Hendricks, if you're listening. And then Isabella Maldonado, the follow-up for Danielle Vega in a Forgotten Kill. Really looking forward to that too. And then the one I'm looking most forward to is, I don't think there's a name for it yet. Maybe Miller's Revenge. I'm not 100% sure, but Don Bentley in the next Vince Flynn action adventure with Mitch Rapp. Really excited to see where Don Bentley goes after a stellar Kyle Mills stint following the passing of Vince Flynn. I'm just excited to see where he's going to be able to take that series. So Vince Flynn number 23, I think it is. Miller's Revenge, possibly. But by Don Bentley for sure.
That's a good choice, but I heard it's Miller Wears Depends. So you might have gotten that just slightly wrong. But...
Oh, Derek.
Oh, yeah, that would have been better. Derek Wears Depends. Damn it.
Yeah. You keep talking to me about like that. Todd's never going to ride a cow with me again if you keep.
Do you want him to ride a cow with you again?
Don't tempt me with a good time.
All right, I think we're going to leave that one alone.
I used to work on one of these right here, so I mean.
I don't know where to go with that, Miller. I really don't. So we're just going to move on. All right. So the three that I'm looking forward to, and by the way, Miller, echo Chicago 63, Terrence McCauley. I know we've gotten a preview of that one. It's a really cool story. So that's definitely on my list as well. The other ones that I'm thinking about, so you guys know I like David McCloskey. His first two books have been just absolute espionage bangers. He's got another one coming out next year, we've called The Seventh Floor. And I believe it is the same characters, same protagonists as Moscow X. So sort of a sequel, if you will. So, given Moscow X was my favorite book of the year, can't wait to see what comes up next from David McCloskey. Next, and I admit I don't know a whole lot about this other than I loved the prior book. It's called 2054 by Elliot Ackerman and Admiral James Stavros. I think I said that right. I might be wrong.
Yep.
It was it's a follow-up to the book they wrote called 2034. So I'm just guessing it's 20 more years into the future, and world wars are continuing to blossom and engulf the planet. And 20 more years in the future, I can't imagine what technology is going to be involved in it. I think that could be a real banger for sure. So looking forward to that. My number one, though, and again, no one's going to be surprised by this, William Kent Kruger. He's got his next Cork O'Connor. I believe it's Cork O'Connor number 20, called Spirit Crossing. I loved William Kent Kruger standalone this year, but I did not get a Cork O'Connor fix in 2023. So I am really jonesing for one in 2024. Excited that another book's coming out, I think, in late summer. So there you have it. Cork O'Connor, William Kent Kruger, Spirit Crossing is my most anticipated book for next year.
I had to say, that is a crushing list of number ones.
Yeah, you were like
to try to
Oprah,
pick
like,
between those, I'm like,
you get a banger,
Jesus.
and you get a banger, and you get a banger.
So what you're saying is we can expect yet another just thrilling year.
Yeah, that one. No.
Sure.
That was a Todd joke.
Yeah.
I mean,
Todd is a joke.
What do you think Todd's most anticipated book in next year would be?
All of ours.
Ghost West. I don't know.
I know Derek read that book on Pub Date called The Iliad, and he's looking forward to a follow-up coming soon, I think.
Oh, it's funny because he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we had to pick one, can we do it? What do you think would be our most anticipated? To me, it's again, it's a tough one. I'm with you, Stu. It's a crushing list. I know we're all really big Mitch Rapp fans. So might I submit that the handover, to Don Bentley, who we all love his books, immensely, to see what he does with Mitch Rapp in that universe, it's got us kind of salivating a little bit. So to me, that seems like the choice, not to diminish the others because they're all going to be fantastic, I'm sure. But how often do you see an iconic character get a new author to write about them and maybe breathe some new life into that series? Not that it needs new life, but just really excited to see where Don might take it.
Good save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely. Like, as much as I love the Cork O'Connor series and the Rio Yours books, like, I'm super stoked to see that next Mitch Rapp novel hit the shelves.
Well, I think that I had that feeling when, was it The Survivor? Was that the first book that Kyle Mills did? Like when he was coming out with The Survivor, I just felt like that one, so much excitement. Like I wanted him to be just like Vince, but now that I've read Mills for so many years, it's like I'm glad he had his own voice in there and was able to make Mitch Rapp his own.
Totally.
So it's going to be an adventure to see where Bentley like starts to like, where's he at in 3 years with Mitch Rapp, So
yeah, I mean, given how Don's written his other books, we can expect Mitch to get blown up quite a bit. So it should not be boring, that's for sure. So, all right, there you have it then. I'm sure we'll read all of our top choices, and we'll be posting reviews at bestthorobooks.com, so be sure to check those out. But our most anticipated book from BTB for 2024 will be the yet to be named Mitch Rapp book by Don Bentley. Thanks, guys. Good discussion. Great choices always. Thanks for checking us out. Follow us on social media. For Stu, Chris, Kashif, I'm Steve. We'll catch you next time.